Hey everybody, my name is Rob Woodbridge from Untethered.tv. What you're about to see here is a short clip of a much longer episode. It can be found on Untethered.tv. So if you really are interested in this, go to Untethered.tv, do a search for this title, and you'll find it there. But enjoy this short clip. You sent me some stuff, and I was watching some interviews with some of the guys who were in charge of, the Barclays Center, and they had a great point, which was quite literally, people bring these devices into venues all over the place, and their heads are down for most of whatever it is that they're looking at. Concerts, right. Sporting events, these have become interruptions to a live event, and to the point where I'm a Canadian, and I say, I don't even need to go to a hockey game because it's not interactive enough. I can just sit here and watch it. Or I could stay at home and listen to the game and watch the game and interact with the game a little bit more than I can there. But they had a really astute thought, which was, well, why don't we bring that experience into Barclays Center, and then let everybody in there connect over Wi-Fi, and simultaneously 19 or 20,000 people connecting over Wi-Fi without any droppage, and technology there is awesome. And then, but how do you orchestrate that, where you've got the Barclays app and you've got the Nets app, and you've got to make sure that this experience is as good sitting in the stands as it is from home watching it on television. Mm-hmm. That must have been a challenge for you guys.
Absolutely. So that was one of the main challenges of the entire design process of those two apps. And really, we were faced with the explicit challenge of, we had two brands. We had the Barclays Center, we had the Nets. They had their very specific use cases and audience, right? So Barclays Center, people going to Barclays Center, I think we can assume that. Nets are Nets fans, but there's some overlap there. If we were to draw a Venn diagram of Barclays Center users and Nets users, there's definitely overlap. But it's not 100% overlap. So that was something that we really had to consider. And, when we were moving through, there were some in one camp wanted all of the features in both apps, right? It would have been very easy to build two apps that had everything. Nets app has live video, Barclays Center has live video. So what we made the conscious decision to do, though, was to craft two separate experiences catered toward very focused, targeted use cases for each app and their user base. So one of the fundamental paradigms of great app design is ensuring that you're designing for a very focused use case. So we kept that in mind throughout the whole process, and really figured out how to sort of split up those features in a way that makes sense. But that doesn't mean the apps can't work together, right? So the way we pulled that off was through a tool, a technology that's called URL schemes. And that basically allows us to jump from the Nets app to the Barclays Center app, from the Barclays Center app to the Nets app, all through the tap of a button. So if you're an iOS user, you don't have to open up your multitasking drawer, you don't have to double tap the home button, you don't have to go through that, let's be honest, a pretty painful app switching process in the grand scheme of app use. So we wanted to make that seamless. And we got a little more smart about it than just putting a button in the interface. We wanted to make sure that only the users that made sense for got that UI, saw that UI. So what we did was, if you are using the Brooklyn Nets application and you're in Barclays Center, you'll get a navigation element that says, hey, you should go check out the live video in the Barclays Center app. And users will be jumped right over to that Barclays Center app to experience live video. In the Barclays Center app, if you are on location at Barclays Center and there's a Nets game going on, you'll get a promotion for the Nets app, and that can jump you right over the Nets application. So the apps aren't two standalone experiences; they work together in tandem, which is nothing that I've seen done before, and it was pretty exciting to be involved in that creation process.